Eric Horn here in a random room of the American Airlines Center in Dallas, here with Christian Clark. And we just saw the Thunder beat the Dallas Mavericks and sweep the season series 4-0. Final score 116-103. And it was a Dion Waiters bounce back game tonight. Dion Waiters had 14 points, all came in the third and fourth quarter. Like, started the game 0 for 2. He came into the game, he hadn't made a three in probably 2 or 3 weeks since February 8th. And he came out and really had a game where you saw his confidence kind of come back tonight.
Yeah, Dion came off the bench for the first time in a while, and it was pretty fun to watch. He was hitting some threes, flexing after a big corner three in the fourth quarter, and generally just the Dion Waiters experience.
The Dion Waiters experience was back. Andre Robertson came back to the starting lineup for the first time in a 3 or 4 week stretch. 10 games he had missed. And he played good defense. The Thunder's individual defense was better overall tonight than it had been in the previous 2 losses to Indiana and the Cleveland Cavaliers. But Dallas went on some big runs tonight. I mean, they had a barrage of 3-pointers in that second quarter. They hit about 5 of them, and then in the fourth quarter, they had a big 14-0 run to kind of get back into the game, and then Waiters put on a little magic too.
Yeah, in the third quarter, Dallas got hot. I think they hit 5 threes, and Steven Adams was huge in that quarter. And, you know, the other bench guys, too, Cantor and obviously Waiters, definitely provided a lift for KD and Westbrook tonight.
And the Thunder are still on the road. They're starting a stretch of 6 out of 7 games on the road. They're heading out to New Orleans on Thursday to play the Pelicans and Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis had 59 points and 20 boards earlier this week, so he's going to be a guy they got to look out for. But there were stretches where the Thunder played some poor defense tonight, transition defense in particular in that quarter where the Mavericks got hot from 3. But overall, they played a pretty good defensive game. I mean, they held the Mavericks to 40% shooting. They were active, getting over screens at times. There were some big blocks from Adams. Ibaka had a big block. And overall, you got to be pleased with them being able to bounce back and play a playoff caliber team better than they had the previous 2 games against Indiana and Cleveland. Now we're going to kick it to Billy Donovan video, some video of Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook in postgame.
Kevin came out twice in the first half and twice in the second half. And, you know, as a coach, with him being so great offensively, you don't want to break rhythm. You know, the hard part is sometimes, you know, he gets it going, you know, in that middle of that first quarter, and then you take him out, you leave him in there. But, you know, he's been great in terms of always wanting to do what's best for the team. And I just told him, I said, I think in particular fourth quarter, we got to have you or Russell out there, you know, to start that fourth quarter. And, you know, I went to it early, and, you know, we had talked about the last couple of days, and he wanted to try it. He was all for it. And, you know, I give him a lot of credit. I mean, I would have liked to have maybe sat him the last 5-6 minutes of the game, but they got back in it. But, you know, I'll talk with him after and to see how he felt. But, you know, he seemed to be fine. Hopefully it maybe keeps him somewhat fresh. I think Kevin's got good stamina, but, you know, for as hard as he's working defensively and as hard as he's working offensively, you know, when you play 12 straight minutes, that's challenging. So maybe that helped. And I think it helped our second unit a little bit, having him start both the second and the fourth quarter.
Players are going to say it's a game of runs, but I mean, where are these massive runs from Dallas originating from? I mean, you had the one where they went 5 of 6 or 5 of 8 for 3, and then in the fourth quarter they go on a 14-0 run. Well, what's the origin of that?
Well, I think the first thing is the 3-point line to start the second half there in that third quarter. If you look at it, we had some transitions again, you know, where we didn't get back and we gave up 3-point shots. I thought their energy to start the third quarter was probably a little bit better than ours in terms of we missed some shots and had some issues getting back. And then I thought we had some turnovers there when we got up, and they went on that 13-0 run. But, you know, I just think in an NBA game with the talent level of the players, there's going to be these swings that go back and forth. What you want to do is try to stop those kind of runs. I think some of it had to do with, you know, us inflicting our own wounds on ourselves, so to speak, because I think some of that stuff could have been prevented. But again, I thought from a consistency standpoint, outside the start of the third quarter, maybe to close that we closed the game fine, but, you know, right around that 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter, I wish we would have played a little bit better for that 2 or 3 minutes.
It seemed like Steven had some really nice minutes there in the third when Dallas was hitting all those shots. What did you see out of him specifically?
Well, I thought our guys found him. You know, again, Dallas, I don't know how many games it is, but they were taking about 35 threes a game. So I think if you look at our first half, we kept their attempts way down. And with the way they play and as unselfish as they are, you know, they're going to get threes up. And to start that third quarter, they got them up. But I think if you look at the statistics on their three-point shooting, it really was a barrage to start that third quarter. And then for the most part, we did a pretty good job because their shooting percentage wasn't great. I thought to offset some of that, Steven got the ball inside. We found him on some rolls. He got some.
Dion, big game for you tonight. Bounce back. When you hit that first three at the end of the third quarter, I mean, it seems like
I needed to see it. I only needed to see it going. That's just me being honest. I just needed to see the ball going. And after that, I already knew the way we was playing, the ball was moving. They was finding me, and it just was a matter of time.
What were you feeling during that run in the fourth quarter where you were making a couple of shots? It seemed like you were kind of keeping the team in the game.
No, I mean, our defense kept us in the game. I think we did a tremendous job down there of getting stops. Went up 20. They made a great run, but it was mostly the defense and us coming down on the offensive and moving the ball to find the open guy. And we made shots when we needed to.
There was a play where you and Kevin seemed like they all had a miscommunication. You were throwing a pass to him, and then they went on a 2-on-1, but you got back on defense. I mean, is that some of the things that Billy's talking about, where if the ball's not going in for you, you need to be doing the things like that?
No, you never got to do other things. You just can't give up on the play. I feel like I got to turn it over, so I just wanted to get it back. So at the end of the day, I just hustled back and,
we let everybody else on the outside panic, and we just trying to stay solid.
What'd you think about Dion being able to have a bounce back game for y'all tonight? It seemed like he made some big plays for you on the third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, he made shots. He was confident in his shots, and that's what good players do, man. They don't let past games or missed shots, affect who they are. So he came out and played well tonight.
What'd you think about some of the runs that the Dallas Mavericks went on? I mean, is that something that's just going to happen within the flow of the game, or is that something that was there a place where that came from for you?
No, I mean, we played great defense all night. They made shots. They're a good offensive team. They play. They got Dirk who's still doing, playing at a high level. And they got a good team, so they're gonna make runs, especially at home. So, we did a great job of just playing through it and sticking together. We made plays. We defensively we did a great job of living them in the paint, making them shoot tough jump shots. They got to the free throw line in the second and third quarter a little bit, but outside of that, man, our defense was great in my opinion.
When they started making those threes in the third quarter, y'all kept going to Steven, and that was really effective for y'all. I mean, was that something y'all recognized?
No, it wasn't that we were drawing plays up for him. We were driving, kicking. Whoever was open, we passed the ball. He happened to be open, so it's not like we were throwing the ball down to him in the post.